All right, here we go again. Buckle up. So I drove to Missouri, and then some queues opened up for the Halloween season. Okay, some of it, we're hiring just became like prostitution, or even just the person's paying the kids. Right. The cue is to heal it. Blessings abound. To bless the children. Thanks, sir. Heal this homeless guy again. Oh, we're not homeless. He's panhandling again. A lot of times they're not homeless, but if they weren't panhandling, they would be homeless. Right. So he could be probably somebody that might be on. He's got a cane, so he's probably on Social Security, and it's just not enough to live on. If he goes and panhandles, he can afford to live. Okay. Thanks, Larry. Well, if you invest in the system, again, if you're corruptly engaging in charity, then you're not going to fix the issues. Thanks, Larry. I should some gas. Get somewhere, get some gas, I guess. How many miles I got there? Oh, don't tell me that low. It's not going to tell me. No, I spoke too soon. I don't know. When I got in the vehicle, it wasn't too humid over here. Whoo! It could just be the whole area all of a sudden increased in humidity. Trying to project all sorts of shit. They're like bumping into each other. Trying to read it, and somebody else picks up with something else before I can fully get what the hell they're trying to project. What the devils? Oh, trying to think if there was some. I know there's something I'm missing that I wanted to buy, like Michaels or something. So the hexagon wood looks like it's a little bit tall for this particular project. I could cut it down, but I think it. I don't know if my miter saw would do it, or would it like destroy it because it's kind of a light wood. Maybe if I did it slow. Hmm. I was going to try to build a bigger base. It looks fine the way it is, but the base is still a little bit small. It's able to make it shorter like it's supposed to be. So the difference is that somehow I'm going to get to some pottery and build the other menorah, the bigger one, or at least die trying. Regular, like the same menorah, kind of, but like really more exact to scale. And then put it. The cups will be enough oil. Like that one burns for like 2 hours. Not the little candle thing, but I have inserts. But I'll have it set up so I can hopefully burn for about 8 hours, which is really the commandment. Well, actually, you're supposed to tend it. So theoretically, Aaron had a night shift. He may have to wake up in the middle of the night to check on or he had people helping him. I'm sure he had some of the priests helping, especially after a while. Yeah, it is kind of weird, isn't it? All of a sudden, I find my way to the LDS when I'm trying to be a priest. When I'm not trying to be a priest, when I start speaking about the priests and stuff. Right. And there's every one of these organizations is there to scam and to discredit the real spiritual people and try to sexualize them. I mean, they know the sexualization routine. They're sick. Right. Like a sex cult. That's what they use. They don't have to engage in the sex, although I surmise some of them do. Right. Because it's even sicker. Like, at least in the sex cult, they're all having sex together. Right. These people are just trying to force the other people to have whatever sex they say they shouldn't have, to discredit them or embarrass them or extort them, or disqualify them for something. But yet, I'm sure, like, if I were to get sexual off of it, like self-sexual, I guarantee they'd be horny and they go have sex with one another while trying to get me all worked up. I'm a hot person. I mean, I've seen it. And I don't do it. That's like Fabio. That's what Fabio was hot. So like the Fabio things, I think it's in. I don't know if any of you knew. I didn't know back then. So he's a hot guy. The women hook up with Fabio in the mind, and they either masturbate or they go have sex with another man and fantasize about Fabio, and they connect to Fabio's. If they think about Fabio while they're having sex, then they get hot off of his hotness. Well, when Jesus, again, his name ain't Jesus, but when Rabbi Yeshua ben David here, he said that looking at a woman is the same, and fantasizing about sex. He didn't say it with these words. Again, I'm expanding. And fantasizing about her is the same as having sex with her, right? And committing adultery, and that's true because you're connecting and having sexual experience. But the culpability has decreased since he was here because all of this stuff that I'm speaking about is going on. And again, one of the fixes, because the big target of it in the Jewish community was the big rabbi. Again, he's also protecting you, so he absorbs all the things that come against you. Right. So Rabbi Jacob Emden, said, that he should have a concubine because that gives him an outlet for it. Right. So he doesn't run around with other women or have to take care of himself. It's all metaphysics, the entire planet. Thanks, Larry. My God. I gotta heal this Walmart employee over here. Yeah, Rafa. What's going on? Every once in a while, Hashem will show me a woman, and I'm saying, "Well, Hashem she's too young," and Hashem will say, "Yes, I know, but back when you got out of the Marshal Service, she's not too young, and she would have married you because there's been a change on the planet. They don't listen as much to the BS. But again, you can't go with a young girl, right? The younger people would marry a marrying man in a second, if it was me when I was younger, right? And I'm not talking about young girls, 8 or anything like that. Right? He's just showing me. He's updating me on I guess 28 to heal this woman and a kid. I don't know if she's a single mother. She doesn't have a ring. Oh, yeah. Maybe it's grandmother too. Let me heal her. Oh. You know, these people, hi, I'm healing you Latino people. Don't worry about my sheriff's department license, please. Well, I do it different, but we can't ignore it. So like it's the same thing as the liberals. They don't do it right either, right? But we can't ignore what's needed. So if we can get them to do at least 45% of what's needed, then then we're okay. Right. So they took the security vehicle from here. Looks like they don't have a security vehicle anymore. At least I don't see one. I used to say hi to the security. I don't see him. Maybe it doesn't come on until later. Maybe I'll try to slide back here before I leave in the evening. See if the security vehicle's here. We're in Kansas City now, I think. Missouri, that is. Missouri, that is. Feel these people. They probably think I'm nice. I probably look like it because I do so much work with them inside. Thank you. Okay, I feel these kids shopping at Walmart while black. Oh. All right. So there's spin on. I just saw number 2. Spin on. Now, people just hate black people. It's weird. Again, people just hate me. It's weird. That's not just, of course. That's the problem. The sentence construction would say that it's just, and I know it's not just to hate me. I know it's not just to hate that woman for being black. They actually make the God of this world God. That's what the people in the religions are doing. The God of this world is Satan.